Ricky, you talked yesterday about getting the perfect start to the A-League campaign, and you've got it off to the perfect start. Great result last night.
Yeah, to score 45 points in the way that we did, and then to not concede any was really pleasing. I think in the past, in these types of games where you take a big lead, you tend to take your foot off the gas defensively. I think the most pleasing thing yesterday was that we never did and let them in. You had opportunities just to relax a little bit, and full credit to the guys, they fought right to the end. You know, they had opportunities right to the last minute to score, and we battled to keep them out. So from that perspective, great start to the competition. Yeah, a lot of guys have got rugby under their belts. You know, a lot of guys have come back from injury and have got minutes, so really pleasing on all fronts.
You talked about the relentlessness of your side there. It was shown probably in those dying minutes where, to be fair, Harlequins kept going throughout, didn't they? But you just didn't want to give them any sniff into the game at all.
No, I think this shows credit of the group that have come together. You know, we've had only like a couple of days prep time for them to come out and put the performance in was really pleasing. I think a lot of the younger players stood up. I think Tom White was very good in the midfield. Stu Townsend coming back from injury. Shay Cornish coming on the wing looked dangerous. You have ball in hand. So from that perspective, I think we laid down a real marker, but individually and as a group and in the competition as well.
You can only do so much in front of watching coaches, but those guys have given themselves a little leap of faith in the sense that Rob's seen them now again. It's been 5-6 weeks since a lot of them played last, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think when you haven't played for a while, you tend to just be a little bit off around your contact skills, around clear outs and your physicality around those areas. I think that was the most pleasing thing for me, that we actually were right on our techniques around our clear outs, which created a hot ball to be able to play with. I think, like I said about Stu earlier, I think Stu and Harvey Skinner both controlled the game really well. We just didn't play running rugby from all over the field. We actually put little kicks in behind them that turned them, and we looked a lot at like going edge to edge, which stretched them defensively and fatigued them. And from that perspective, I thought the halfbacks controlled the game well. And then I think James Short, when he got his hands on the ball, looked dangerous. And that pack, like we have been in all our games this season and in obviously previous campaigns, gave us a real solid platform to play off and got us a foothold in the game.
Rob's talked about, to be competitive on all fronts, you need a squad, and it'd be games like this, or it'd be preparing the other side for say last week at Champions Cup. Everyone's got a part to play, and we're seeing that even in training. It's pretty brutal out there at times.
Yeah, it is. The guys that played last night, they're going to be in today, prepping for obviously the weekend's game against Wasps. So they've got a big part to play in the weekend as well. So from that perspective, week to week, it's a whole squad collective. I think what's been really pleasing, obviously from Monday night, but also going through the last block of say 6 games, we've been able to rotate, bring players in, take players out, rest players. And that front, and guys have then stood up and obviously been able to fill those gaps, but also add to it as well. I think that's a credit to a good side. That over a block of seasons, we've been able to keep a squad together that not only 1 to 23 from a Premiership perspective, but also from a squad perspective can really stand up and be counted. And it's a full credit to our loan clubs as well, and also to our academy structure that we've been able to seamlessly bring those players through.
As coaches, though, you cannot train that fight that the guys showed there last night, can you? Literally, that they were in the game, they were keeping. They were miserly at times. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think you can talk about it prior to the game. We did. We talked about being brave, and we talked about coming together as a group and emotionally letting it all out and playing for each other. But actually, anyone that plays rugby knows it's down to the guys who are on the pitch. I think that's what we've got here as a club, and what we had last night and in all the games that we've played, whatever the results have been, we've got a group of guys that actually will fight for each other, and that's massively powerful. I think if we can use that and harness that, which we do in games, we're going to go from strength to strength. And I think you can coach the technical and tactical and all that side of it, but actually a group of players that want to play for each other is massively powerful. And if you look at the change room last night and you look at the change room on Saturday, it's a whole squad together. There was a good 40 odd players in that change room last night welcoming the guys in, and what was a really good win.
Bath in a few weeks' time now, but that's given you the perfect platform from which to build now this Premiership Shield campaign.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever team we play in this competition, obviously teams vary week to week when we play them, but we know we've had some real good battles against Bath. Like last year, we lost up at their place. We went out there really confident. We've been able to obviously keep our winning run intact. And they put us to the sword. And they play some quality rugby. So we know whatever side they put out, they're going to be dangerous. But we've got to look at ourselves a little bit. I think what's really exciting about this group of players is, one, we've got a little bit of a period now to to build towards that Bath game, to try a few new different shapes and patterns, and to try a few little things. I asked the players in the week that this A-League campaign is going to be about them, and what they can bring and what they want to look at and bring to the side, and we'll be looking at these next 3 weeks to really build towards that Bath game.